A father, a sinking ship, one broken window, one impossible choice, and a little girl who survived because her father chose to die. It was a freezing, terrifying night in October 1917 in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. A passenger ship carrying immigrants from Italy to New York was battling a violent storm. Giant waves slammed into its sides, the wind screamed through the darkness, and fear filled every corner of the ship. Among the passengers was 28-year-old Antonio Russo, a carpenter, and his 5-year-old daughter, Maria. 2 years earlier, Maria's mother had died in childbirth. Since then, Antonio had lived for only one purpose: to give his daughter a better life. America was their hope, their future, their escape from poverty. But that night, the ocean had other plans. At around 2 in the morning, the storm turned deadly. Something broke below deck. Water began pouring in. At first, there was confusion, then panic. People screamed, people ran, people prayed. The ship began to tilt. Antonio lifted Maria into his arms and pushed toward the stairs. But the water was rising fast. Knees, then waist. The corridors were packed with terrified people. And in one terrible moment, Antonio understood the truth. They were not going to make it. Then he saw it. A shattered porthole in a damaged cabin. Glass everywhere. Cold black water rushing in. Too small for a man, but big enough for a child. Antonio stopped. He knelt down in the rising water and placed Maria on the floor. He held her face, wiped her tears, pressed his forehead to hers. He wanted to say so many things, but there was no time. And then, he made the choice no parent should ever have to make. He pushed his daughter into the freezing ocean. Maria screamed. Antonio screamed back with everything he had. "Swim, Maria! Swim toward the light! The rescue ships are coming! Swim!" In the distance, searchlights cut through the darkness. It was a small chance, but it was a chance. Antonio could not follow her. He did not fit through the opening. There was no escape. He chose life for his daughter and death for himself. Seven minutes later, the ship disappeared beneath the waves. Antonio Russo drowned with 117 other passengers. His body was never found. 45 minutes later, a rescue boat spotted something small floating among the wreckage. They pulled a frozen, barely breathing child from the sea. Maria was alive. She was wrapped in blankets and taken to a hospital ship. She was 5 years old, alone. No parents, no country, no family. Only one memory echoing in her mind. Swim toward the light. Maria was placed in a New York orphanage. As she grew up, she believed her father had abandoned her. In her heart, she thought he had thrown her away to save himself. For 25 years, she lived with that pain. Until one day, A researcher checked the old passenger records and told her the truth. Antonio Russo went down with the ship. He did not leave her. He saved her. In 1995, at the age of 83, Maria said,
"I thought my father was killing me. I didn't know he was saving me. I saw his face in the porthole, shouting, 'Swim, Maria! Swim toward the light!' I didn't want to swim. I wanted to go back to my father, but I swam because he told me to."
Maria lived a long life. She had 4 children, 9 grandchildren, 6 great-grandchildren, 31 lives, because one father made one impossible choice. She said,
"He died so I could live. Every night I close my eyes, I see his face. I've been swimming toward the light for my entire life. I hope I made him proud.
And near the end, she said,
When I die, I hope I'll see him again and say, 'Thank you, Papa. Thank you for giving me life. Ti amo, Papa. I have always loved you.'"
Maria passed away in 2004 at the age of 92. But Antonio Russo's love never died. This is not just a shipwreck story. This is sacrifice. This is fatherhood. This is pure love. Sometimes, to save us, someone must push us into the darkness so we can reach the light.